Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Monday Dev Essentials powered by AI. So happy you guys can all join us today. My name's Fanny. Welcome, of course. We're going to take about a minute or two to give everyone an opportunity to join, but in the meantime, you should see the chat below. Please feel free to write in the chat your name, your industry, perhaps how long you've been using Monday, or if you're familiar or unfamiliar with Monday Dev. While you guys write that, some additional kind of information I guess you should know about today's webinar. It's broken down into 2 points or 2 components. The first is the actual demonstration portion, which will be done and conducted by one of our dev experts. Then the second half will be a Q&A portion. Now, that being said, you should see a Q&A box. Feel free, please, to add your questions in the Q&A box, not the chat. You can ask any questions in the Q&A throughout the actual demonstration. You do not have to wait until the live Q&A portion to ask any questions, and we'll be here responding to them. Okay, going to go ahead and give that one more second or two. But as people join, no worries, we can kind of go ahead and continue. So very quickly, my name, as I mentioned, is Fanny Zamora. I am a training and certification partner here at the Monday Academy. Been with Monday for a little over 5.5 years in many different capacities. Love the Academy. It's great. It's a great place to get resources to take your usage of Monday to the next level, learn a little bit more about it, or if you're relatively new to Monday or don't know much about it and want to learn more, this is a great place to begin. We have lots of different lessons and webinars like the one that you're going to see today. So the agenda for today, going to go into what is actually Monday Dev, then going into how teams plan, track, and report on work, then using AI to enhance productivity, throughout the Monday Dev, and then, as I mentioned, we'll kind of go into the live Q&A portion, followed by a wrap-up. Perfect. Great. A couple of housekeeping items as well. So as I mentioned, please submit all of the questions in the Q&A box, not the chat box. Additionally, audio is going to be playing throughout your computer speakers, but if you can't hear or see the screen, let us know in the chat. And then a recording will be available on Monday on demand in the Academy. That being said, you will also receive a follow-up email with the link to the recording as well. So in case you missed it or you joined late, you do have that option too. So moving forward, before we actually get started into the demonstration, what is Monday Dev? So Monday Dev is actually a dedicated solution for product and development teams. It connects every stage of the development cycle, from roadmaps and sprint planning to release tracking and retrospectives, in one workspace. So what also makes it unique is how it incorporates AI. So Monday Dev brings AI-powered execution for developers, real-time insights and visibility for managers, and connected context for business teams. It's all built into monday.com's unified OS or work OS. So together it helps teams build, plan, and release faster with alignment and impact across all the business. So with that in mind and kind of getting into our demonstration, we have today Itai Cohen. Itai is an expert, a senior and research development team lead. He's going to be conducting the demonstration today. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and Itai, you have the floor.
Thanks, Fanny. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Itai and I'm leading the development of Monday Dev. Today we are going to walk through how your team can plan, track, and ship software faster, all within Monday Dev. Whether you are leading sprints, managing roadmaps, or looking for post-launch insights, I will show you how to do all in one place with zero friction. Let me share my screen. Just a second. Okay, let's start with hierarchies. This view connects your roadmap directly to your ongoing work. from initiatives to epics, all the way down to tasks and sprints. No more scattered spreadsheets or siloed context. Here we are looking at an epic inside a roadmap planning board and seeing exactly how it breaks down into actionable work. If I want, I can create a task directly from here and fill in all the relevant information. And even assign it to the active sprint. Next up is our roadmap tracker. It gives stakeholders a clear visual timeline of high impact releases so everyone knows exactly what's coming and when. You can also drill down into a specific epic to see all its details and tasks. You can even get insights about it. For example, I can see how many tasks are done, how many story points were unplanned as part of this epic, and which developer were working on it. If you want to learn more about our PM solution, look for our next PM webinar in early December. Okay, we are still in the planning phase, but as you can see, we've switched to the task board where we manage most of our day-to-day work. Now let's move into the capacity planning widget. Inside the task board, you can see each team member availability and workload. You can also see the sprint scope and the overall team capacity. This helps avoid sprint overload and ensures your plans are actually doable. This is where we fill in all the details for each team member, their vacation days or velocity. I can even point to a team member who is over capacity and see exactly how many tasks and story points they have assigned. Now let's talk about execution. This is our active sprint in the Kanban view. Everything here is super flexible. I can adjust the Kanban columns. I can hide one of them if I want. And I can even customize the visualization of the Kanban card. If I want to add the type of each task, I can do it. If I want to see the sprint or the GitHub link, I can do it. And since it's all live, you can identify and address blockers before the impact delivery. You can also zoom into any task to see Git insights directly from our Git UI. This is our Git UI. You can see all the branches, the commits, and the pull requests that are assigned to this task. Our Git UI widget supports GitHub and GitLab providers. By the way, developers, do you prefer to stay in your IDE? With our new IDE integration, whether you are using VS Code or Cursor, you can now view and manage all your Monday Dev tasks directly inside your IDE, so you can stay focused on what matters most, the code. Now let me show you one of my favorite widgets. It's the daily stand-up widget. My team actually uses this one every single day. Here you can instantly see what each developer worked on yesterday, what they are focused on today, and even use AI to suggest their next task. You can also use these buttons to switch between team members and easily follow each person updates. Each team member has their own timer right here for their turn, just like in a real stand-up. You can also track the current sprint status right from here. Now let's take a look at the engineering performance widget. We all know the classic view, velocity chart. How much work a team completes each sprint. But sometimes delivery issues aren't about speed or workload, they are hidden in the process itself. That's where cycle time comes in. Measuring how long it takes to a task to move from the start to finish, including coding, reviews, testing, and deployment. Maybe the problem isn't too many tasks or unplanned work. Maybe it's a slow code review, delays approvals, or long pushes to production. Now let's see an example. As a team lead, I can ask why it takes 4 days to complete a code review for a task with 1 story point, or why the average time in the sprint was 9 hours for a code review. With Monday Dev, I can spot these patterns across current and past sprints and even fix them live right when they happen. After your sprint is completed, it's time to reflect. The Agile Insights view gives you burndown charts, velocity trends, and performance dashboards, all generated automatically. This velocity chart compares what the team committed to versus what was actually completed, helping you see if your plan was realistic or too ambitious. You can also break it down by planned versus unplanned, or see which task remained unfinished or were removed during the sprint. And finally, the burndown chart. It gives a clear picture of progress over time, showing how quickly work was completed and whether the team stayed on track as the sprint moved forward. And the best part of it, you can click on any point in the line chart to drill down into the activity beyond the event, so you can understand exactly what happened at that moment. Okay, after a sprint is completed, Monday Dev automatically generates a sprint summary with AI-driven insights. The moment you click Complete Sprint, you will receive a full report with key metrics like committed versus completed tasks, breakdown by type, assignee, priority, all the unplanned work that was added during the sprint, and velocity chart. Plus, at the end, you can see AI-powered recommendations to help improve your next sprint. All the widgets here are dynamic. You can drill down to a specific sprint and see everything with details. I can see how many uncompleted tasks, how many unplanned tasks, and I can even click on one of them to see the exactly task under this category. The sprint summary report is like having an AI retrospective assistant that saves you hours of manual review. Okay, still in the retrospective phase, you can also run a full retrospective meeting right inside Monday Dev. This board template gives your team a dedicated space to reflect on the sprint and suggest improvements. Any team member can suggest topics for discussion, and we use the vote column to decide which one are the most urgent or impactful. From there, we can create actionable items directly from the board, turning feedback into concrete improvements for the next sprint. Okay, lastly, we wanted to solve a major pain point for developers, showing the real business impact of their work. That's why we introduce connectivity between Monday Dev and work management portfolios. It automatically pulls data from every Agile project in Monday Dev, giving leadership full visibility into org-wide progress without chasing status updates. Let's see how it looks like. We created an Agile project in Monday Dev, aggregating the relevant epics we wanted to reflect to the entire business, and we can navigate directly from here to the portfolio in work management and see the Agile project and the work management project all together. As a team lead, it's a game changer. No more answering ad hoc questions about development progress. Everything is transparent and accessible in one place. And the best part of it, all the portfolio functionality you already know from work management, like Gantt, risk insights, and snapshots are now available for dev project as well. So that was a look at how Monday Dev helps you move forward from idea to impact without switching tools or losing efficiency. Plan smarter, ship faster, reflect better, and stay in sync always. Back to you, Fanny.
Thank you. Let me go ahead and hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. Thank you. Very helpful, Itai. Just kind of seeing an overview of the Monday Dev and what it has to offer. I think before we actually move forward to the kind of the Q&A portion, I do kind of think I have a couple of questions as well that hopefully you can help with. And the first one was, how to manage the kind of the sprint planning or the sprint planning meeting.
Okay, great question. When it comes to sprint planning, I actually use a custom dashboard that I built for myself with all the widgets that matter most. You can see that here that it includes things like how many story points I have in the next sprint, the total tasks that I have, the team capacity, breakdown by type, by priority, and much more. And I think that's the real power of Monday Dev, the flexibility to manage sprint planning exactly the way you want. We use the core tools to view for creating views to fit your team workflows.
Thank you. And then another question I think that would be most commonly asked as well, or they might have actually submitted some in the Q&A, and that's how do you actually manage your incidents?
Yeah, so we manage incident using our incident management template in Monday Dev. It's built to cover the entire post-incident workflow from detection to resolution to review. We track key details like severity level, the domain, the affected user percentage, the root cause, all the time metrics such as detection time, resolution time, the total downtime, and of course you can create also the root cause analysis document so we can capture learnings and prevent similar issues in the future.
Fantastic. Thank you. Very helpful. Okay, great. So before we actually move on to the Q&A, I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Thanks. There we go. And hopefully everyone can see that okay. So you guys just saw the actual the run through of the dev essentials. However, what we wanted to share for those of you who have actually not added Monday Dev or are interested in adding it, you can of course talk to a Monday Dev expert. Feel free to grab your phone and use the QR code here. Once again, this is for users who have not yet added Monday Dev, are interested in learning more. If you've already used or you already have Monday Dev, well, that's what this webinar was for. But I think this would be a great resource for anybody who's interested. Again, QR code is here, but they can also add it down into the chat if you miss it by any chance. Great. So again, thank you, Itai, for the run through of Monday Dev. Now we're going to move forward to the live Q&A. So I think what we'll do is we'll take maybe about 20-30 seconds to have a sip of water, and then we'll move forward with the live Q&A portion. Thanks, everyone.